All right, greetings, greetings, greetings. We are back and in full effect. New weeks, new energies. Sorry for the delay. Like I say, for those who don't know, it's a lot on us twin flame gurus, and I use the term twin flame guru. Like I don't use that word loosely. Ain't too many gurus out here. It's a lot of regurgitated twin flame information. It's a lot of what I like to call non-confident readings. Just peep me out, check everybody else out. Uh, One thing I am is thorough, especially when it comes to these cards. One thing I am is very descriptive when it comes to these cards. I mean, I ain't wishy-washy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't what I think. You know what I mean? It's what I know here. I've been on YouTube since 2018. I met my twin flame in 2012. So um, I waited about 4 to 5 years before I even put myself online to even be giving you tidbits and information and dialogue and shit like that. You know what I mean? This shit gets hard. Like I said, I'm not twin flame 2012. Been on YouTube doing this for about since 2018. I've been in the game about 14 years. And 7 years is a sign of completion, and I ain't been in 2 full laps with my divine masculine and all, and I'll be the first to tell you, twin flame gurus, ain't too many of us. When I say guru, I mean like real twin flame gurus. It's our path, it's our purpose to be on this journey, to help y'all with this journey and all that. It's very difficult for us gurus. You know what I mean? I'll just speak for me specifically while I get the spread out. Smoke something too. I made plenty millionaires since 2018. And trying to make myself a millionaire seems to be hard as fuck. I mean, I don't get how I can create millionaires, but I create a millionaire situation for my motherfucking self. That's a struggle. The fact that the divine masculine moves subconsciously through this shit, and I move consciously. I'm a divine feminine, and I move consciously through this shit. You gotta learn the rules. You gotta know certain things for this shit to be worth it. You understand what I'm saying? It gets hard. The longer you stay in this shit, the more lessons you learn. And we don't take losses because we ain't taking losses at all. It's all lessons. But for me personally, shit gets difficult. Seem like all the true twin flame gurus ain't getting no play, ain't getting no shine, ain't getting no clicks. The people I used to look up to, the people who I used to name drop, you know what I'm saying, who was doing very well before I even got here. You know what I mean? It's like they had a climax. They was popping at one point. And like I say, true twin flame gurus evolve. We have our own cards. We have our own terminology. We have our own language. It's work. That's what it's called. You got two types of students. The students who, teacher asks for you to put the answer on the board. He calls up two students. One student looks at the book and the answers in the book before they get the fuck up and put the answer on the board, not showing shit. But that was the motherfucking test. Put the answer on the board. No matter how you get the answer, no matter what answer you come up with, I ain't looking for you to show the work. I'm looking for you to just do what you told. I said put the answer on the board. If a motherfucker choose to copy and put the answer on the board, they can get away with that shit. And that's what's happening 75, 80% of the time. 20%ers, us twin flame gurus and shit, we the ones that do the work. We go to the board, we write the fucking question, we break the motherfucking problem down. Not only to show everybody how to do the work, but to let the teacher know we know how to do the work. Every twin flame guru that does work gets bit. We get raped. We don't get on. Other people get on off our shit. It ain't just me. I'm talking to no fucks given crew. NFGC Tarot. She been on her shit for a minute. Her shit doing it like me. You can't even Google and find her ass like you used to. Like you used to Google and find me and shit. Like I was looking for my motherfucking channel earlier. I can't find a motherfucking thing. But that's the way the game go. And I'm saying all this shit to say this. You know, this shit gets difficult. I'm waiting on gigging the guy to drop another Twin Flame video. She ain't dropped one in about a year. Because it's difficult. See, I'm a guy, not a female. Like, I'm a divine feminine energy and all, but I'm a man at the end of the day, so it's different for me. I can cope. I can thug this shit out. Like, when I say I literally had to perk myself up, not like perks like drugs. Like the drugs perks. It's that Bud Billiken right here, you know what I mean? I need to smoke something. Got a little drink and shit. It's gonna be a good night. You're gonna get 2 good full messages today. Taking my time. Stressing the point. I gotta perk myself up to do readings. Like I really gotta motivate myself to press record and get something out to the collective. This shit is painful. This shit is painful. It's painful as fuck. I'm going through my Twin Flame shit. I don't have to go through it, but it's just how it goes. Understand what I'm saying? I know the rules, so it ain't that bad. Plus, like I say, I'm using my Twin Flame situation as a play-by-play, blow-by-blow syllabus on how to function in your own shit, you know? But like I said, the real ones who do the work, real Twin Flame gurus who do the work, the real Twin Flame gurus who really have an impact, who really have influence, we get overshadowed by the oversaturation that's out here. Motherfuckers ain't even doing readings. Like, majority of motherfuckers is just pulling out oracle cards and saying what they think the card is saying. Think. It ain't the fuck what you think, it's what you know. A lot of motherfuckers ain't original, but that's just online anyway. So I just want to say that. Really perk myself up to get busy here. We're going to do the Divine Masculine situation. This reading starts now. We put this out so we can get straight. So, overall energy is fairly important here. Excuse the smoke. Probably light this up in a few. Overall energy is fairly important here. Divine Masculine is the 7 of Swords. It's my truth card. What's Swords? Thoughts, decisions, mentality, ideology, the direction you go in, the decisions you're making, because everything starts from the mind. 7 of Swords is truth. What's truth? That's darkness coming to the light. That's secrets coming out. Cats coming out of bags. Illumination. This is you keeping it 100 with yourself, Divine Masculine. You keeping it with somebody else, Divine Masculine, or somebody else keeping it 100 with you. And you being able to take that. Fairly important. Secrets. Truth has to come out. When it comes to your secrets, when it comes to your personal truth, when it comes to who the facts, the truth of who you really are. There's only one soul on this planet who knows who you really are, and that's your divine counterpart. But you can say the same for your divine feminine. There's only one person you can confide in when it comes to secrets. When it comes to your personal shit, like I said, there's only one soul who knows who you really are, how much you really worth, what you really be on, how you really feel. That's your divine counterpart. But you spend 50 to 60% of the time downplaying your feelings, throwing out bluff cards, knocking your feminine off your scent. When in reality, your feminine is a bloodhound. She can smell the bullshit. You know, whether that's the separations you do, like I say, it's truth time. Truth time. I use my Twin Flame as an example. Truth of the matter is, no matter how hard my divine masculine tries to mask his feelings and emotions when it comes towards me, when it comes towards this and shit, it's clear as day. I know exactly what the fuck it is. Not only do I know what the fuck it is, his karmics know what the fuck it is. Family know what the fuck it is. And certain friends. The last ones he still got left. They know what the fuck time it is over here. That's the truth. Just because he's not acknowledging it doesn't mean that it ain't the motherfucking truth. The fact that my divine masculine is a divine masculine. That he's actually a twin flame with me and all that shit. Like this whole twin flame shit. It's true. Masculine was hoping and praying that it wasn't. Acting like it wasn't. Going in a mental direction as if it isn't. Truth of the matter is, I'm not just pulling this twin flame shit out my ass. Truth of the matter is, I'm not lying when I say you are the divine counterpart. I'm your divine feminine. This is our twin flame demo. What we got is totally different from anything you got with anybody else on this motherfucking planet. Like, Masons be late to the game. It took this whole time, you know what I'm saying, for the Master to realize a few things, a few truths. Like I say, majority of the shit your feminine been saying has been true. You've been thinking that it's false, but now that you see that it's true, you got to move on amicably. You've been hiding how you really feel, trying to throw your feminine off of from the truth. In reality, the feminine knows the truth the whole time. You're starting to understand the truth that the feminine knew the truth the whole time. Like I say, at this point, you can't pull no wool over your divine feminine eyes. At this point, you just lying to yourself. At this point, you can't fake the funk with your divine feminine. You just faking yourself. You just can't play with your divine feminine no more. You're just playing with yourself. You can't separate from the divine feminine anymore. You feminine know. Truth is, feminine know you're gonna come back. It's just a tactic that you use to heal yourself, and that's cool in the game. But at least state the truth. At this point, just keep it 100. With who? Bottom line, most important card in this message. We got the divine feminine here. Overall energy. We got the truth. Bottom line energy. You need to tell the truth to your divine feminine. She already knows the truth. She could be a she could be a he. You know how we rock it. But you need to let this shit out. Feminine tells you the truth all the time. You know? It's time for darkness to come to the light. And let's just say you want to keep your secrets. You tell your feminine all your secrets any motherfucking way. See, you scare your feminine is going to take the secrets that she now knows, whether it's new secrets, old secrets, shit that you didn't expect your feminine to come across. Like I say, you and your twin flame is joined by the hip. Eventually, your twin flame is going to be around during dark days, during the worst times of your life. There to support you, there to help you, there to love you, there to keep that respect. Ain't nobody respecting you. Your divine feminine is always going to respect you. Don't nobody fuck with you. Nobody like you. Don't nobody admire you at all. Your divine feminine does. Ain't nobody holding you the fuck down or supporting your dreams or believing in you and shit like that. You can't say that about your divine feminine. That's the motherfucking truth. When divine feminine is in full form like this, and what are wands, actions and behavior, things you're doing, things you've done, not what you finna do because you ain't did it yet. What you done got karma and accountability attached to it. What you're doing got karma and accountability attached to it. What you finna do does not. What makes your feminine so great? She's the queen of doing shit. Who's the king of doing shit? The king of wands. You are the divine masculine. It's what you do that make you great. It's your actions that make you great. It's your behavior that make you great. It's your values. It's what's inside and what you do that makes you a blessing on earth. You're divine. What does a divine mean? That's a light. That's a divine light in the midst of darkness. Every divine person on this planet is a light shining in the midst of darkness. You're the only beam of light, most likely in your motherfucking family, divine masculine. That's the truth. You're the only beam of light, probably in your building, in your community. And that's real. Like I say, the way you think, the way you move, the way you operate, divine masculine, you're one of a kind. You're rare. A very rare species, but the top of you being one of a kind, the top of you being 1 in a billion, top of you being special and rare and super, your divine feminine is great just like you. The only difference between you and your divine feminine is your divine feminine embraces her greatness. That's the truth. You hide it. Your divine feminine stands out in the crowd. You want to camouflage. The actions and behavior when it comes to you and this whole twin flame thing, divine masculine, truth is, divine feminine, the best thing that ever happened in your life. Picture your life before your divine feminine entered it, and look at your life now. Look at who you physically were, how you physically looked before your divine feminine entered your life. Look how you looking now. Your finances, your net worth. Nigga, pinnacles. You know what I mean? Look at your bank account now that your feminine is in your life as far as to your bank account before your divine feminine entered your life. Before the divine feminine collided in your motherfucking world, you lived in a different world. The world was gray as a bad day. Now you live in a beautiful world. Like I say, and we're going back to the truth. Bottom line, when it comes to divine feminine, here's the truth. You was damaged to your core, hurt to your core. You was a former shell. You was a shell of your former self, an unmotivated version of yourself, an unconfident version of yourself, an insecure version of yourself, a negative version of yourself. Divine feminine changed all that. What do? Truth time. Come here, divine feminine. Your divine feminine did so much great shit for you. Always been in your corner. Always supported you. Literally changed your life. Literally changed your physical, your mental, your emotions. You weren't even emotional with females or the feminine before you got your divine feminine. Now you open. You're a better man on every level. You changed to a better fucking. You a whole new creature. You're a better person. And what you do every time, truth time. You take your better ass and you go away from your divine feminine. Your feminine is worthy enough to take pinnacles from. When no one's in your fucking corner and your divine feminine is always in your corner, as always, that's her role. To support the king. You're the king. She's the queen, right? Okay. How does a queen move in a chessboard? How does a king move in a chessboard? Who's the most valuable piece on your chessboard? Divine masculine. In your kingdom, so to speak. Your divine feminine. You'll take from your feminine all day. You'll steal your divine feminine things, take her energy, and pour it on other people. You look for off-brand versions of your twin all the time. You look for doppelgangers of your twin flame all the time. Your twin flame is hard liquor. You're looking for wine coolers. You can drink more wine coolers. You can have 6 wine coolers as it was to 1 bottle of your divine feminine. Because it's like drinking 6 wine coolers. You know, as it was to drinking a 5th of straight liquor, you're going to get fucked up more. You know, it's going to be a bigger difference. A lot more going on, you know, drinking the liquor, which is the divine feminine, as it was to drinking the wine cooler, which is these doppelgangers that you make. But like I say, truth time. Let's just keep it a beam. You can't handle your divine feminine, so you find, you know, doppelgangers. You know what I'm saying? Clones of your divine feminine. You know, because at least with these clones, you can do shit that you can't do with your divine feminine. Like bullshit. Like not commit. Like not go all the way type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's reasons why you take your divine feminine sauce and like I say, put it. When I say divine feminine sauce, masculines, you literally take the perfume your feminine be wearing, cologne perfumes and shit, and you give it to other mates so they can smell like your twin flame. When you go to buying these karmic feminines shoes and clothes, and you know, most of the gear you get for these karmics is basically how your feminine look. You basically dressing your karmics up to look like your feminine. They smell like your feminine already. Now you got them looking like your feminine. And then what you try to do is, like I say, get shit that you're never gonna get from these karmics and try to get it out of them, like the unconditional love your divine feminine gives you. You expect that or try to get that from other people, but they don't fuck with you unconditionally like that. You try to get these karmics to support you, to be as enthused about the shit you're enthused about. But don't nobody really give a fuck about what you're enthused about, because they don't fuck with you or rock with you like your divine feminine. Divine feminine is your biggest cheerleader. So whatever the fuck you choose to do, whether big or small, your feminine gonna support you and appreciate it. It's like, hey, I'm gonna start my own little business. You selling cigars, you selling t-shirts or some shit like that. Like nothing Fortune 500 company-ish. You know, so to an average bitch or a karmic bitch or any other chick in the blessed planet, she looking at you like, ugh. You sell t-shirts for a living? Like, you a fucking loiterer? Like that? Ugh. Like, no. need somebody that's established. I need a man that's got his own business. You want some little kid shit. But yet, say you tell your divine feminine, hey, I'm about to start my own little business where I'm doing like small time shit. The divine feminine gonna support you. All right, you need some help? You need an investor? Like, what you need? Like, any way I can help, let me help you out. I'm glad that you even motivated to even want to be an entrepreneur out here. That's good. Like, I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get a whole different conversation from the divine feminine when it comes to, like, your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations. Even if it's left field shit, your feminine going to support you. It's like you choose to be a bathroom attendant. Or, you know, the motherfuckers you see at the fair who make, like, a balloon, toy balloons for kids and shit. Like, you could be a fucking clown at a circus. Your feminine is going to be cheering you on. Your feminine is going to come support you. Do it. Whether it's big shit, small shit, medium shit, it don't matter. Whether you win, whether you lose, whether it's profitable or not, your feminine is always going to support you. It's always going to be in your corner. And that's something you know. Once again, that's a truth you are fairly, very, very sure of when it comes to your divine feminine. And I'm spending all this time and overall, underall, just to make this point. Ain't nothing to say at this point. You don't have to convince your feminine of shit. Your feminine has seen everything at this point. Like, I was watching Biodome with Pauly Shore and I think Stephen Baldwin and shit. And like they was trying to get out these dates with their girlfriends and some shit like that. So Bud hit Doyle in the head with like a encyclopedia or some shit. They tried to say Bud was like, I mean Doyle was fucked up, so they couldn't go to whatever the shit they was trying to go to. Then they found out that they was lying, you know what I'm saying, that Bud hit him and shit. And Doyle's girlfriend was like, she's like, you know what? I don't think I know you anymore and shit. And Doyle was like, I'm Doyle Johnson. You see me naked, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see every motherfucking part of my ass, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, you and your feminine is tight. Tight in a way that it's deeper than any other friendship, kinship, relationship, partnership you're ever gonna have. Okay? You've seen your feminine in her highest height. You've seen your feminine at her lowest low. You've seen your feminine winning. You've seen your feminine losing. See, the difference between you and your feminine is feminine sticks around. When you winning, feminine there. When you losing, feminine there. When you need help, feminine there. When you don't need help, feminine there. When you think you're too good for your feminine and choose to separate from your feminine or set boundaries around yourself so your feminine can't get to you anywhere near you. You was just tight like nuts with your feminine, and then when it comes to separation, you act like you don't know your feminine. That bullshit you be on, that flip-floppy shit, because you always leave and you come back and you leave and you come back and then you come back like ain't nothing happened and then you always come back. And like I say, put your feminine through a lot of shit. That's the truth. But the point is, no matter what the fuck you throw at your feminine, it's not going to change her love, respect, and admiration for you. Truth is, you see all this shit now. And it's starting to hurt you. Moving on, getting to the meat potatoes of this shit. Shit you don't see. Coming to this thing, Divine Masculine. We got building. This is you and another person building. This is you and another person in your face, in your space, or in your cipher doing some shit. What are y'all doing? Got the 9 of Pentacles. This is a plan. This is lining your life up. What's a life? It's an 8 of Pentacles. 4 Pentacles on this side, 4 Pentacles on this side, 8 of Pentacles. That's a life. Shoes on your feet, clothes on your back, comfortable bed you sleeping on. You know, the car you driving, the job you got, the benefits you get in, your twin flame in your life, God in your life, your kids in your life, your crib in your life. Life is what you make it. Like, the average person doesn't even have a fucking life. The average person lives vicariously through another person or other people. They don't have their own ideas. They don't have their own ideologies. They don't even have their own niche. Just out here, like I say, existing, not necessarily living. That's the average person. The average person doesn't have a life. You might think that bum on the street ain't got no life, but that bum probably got more of a life than you do. You probably got all that money in your bank account, but miserable as fuck. Life won't fuck you. Kids don't like you. You know, you ain't really got friends. Family, you just come through to use and take from you. They don't really fuck with you or at least keep it a being with you and shit. You don't know who to trust. Especially when it comes to your funds and your finances and shit like that. You become a target. That's a way of doing something to you. You know? When a motherfucker that, like I say, treats you with dignity or treats you right or doesn't have an ulterior motive or doesn't manipulate you and shit like that, it's your divine feminine. And because of that, you got some plans to make. And you got some building to do. This building involves another person. Obviously a person that you can trust. A person you can actually build with. Who you can trust mainly. Like who you can have harmony with. A person you ain't gotta be looking behind your back for. Like I say, it's just a person building with a person you can trust. That's what you've been looking for this whole fucking time. Only to find that person in your divine counterpart. When you look at eights, they're all over the place. Can't really fit nothing in there. But when you line your life up, which is what you're doing in why I'm asking, you can fit other things in your life. Like more pentacles. What's a pentacle? A person, place, or a thing. These things you can taste, touch, see, feel, and hear. All pentacles expire. All pentacles have expiration dates. And all pentacles are temporary. It's not just a pentacle, it's a pinnacle, a moment, a place, an era, in time. Like I say, rock bottom, that's a pinnacle. It's the worst place you ever been in a minute. Your highest height, you just hit a milestone. You just, you know what I'm saying, became the breadwinner. You just changed the whole family construct with the good shit you got going on in your life. That's a pinnacle. Because you can have all the money in the world and be sick as fuck. Look at Steve Jobs. He was rich as fuck, but I mean, he couldn't buy life. Be like that sometimes. Like I say, you can have all the love in the world. You can have a health all day. You know, you can have health, wealth, and all the love in the motherfucking world. But if you ain't got no self-expression, you're going to implode on yourself like a dying star. When it comes to building, you can only build with a person that's going to better your life. I mean, the four tables of life is health, wealth, love, self-expression. Whoever you choose to build with, it needs to be true love, unconditional love, divine love, not no regular ass shit. If you choose to build with a person, it's got to be health based. Are they going to be with me forever? Like if I choose to build with a person, who do I know is not going to leave me? Who do I know that's not going to double cross me, backstab me, who has my best interest in heart with no ulterior motive, who just wants to see me win? Your divine counterpart, your divine feminine. That's the only motherfucker who fits this script here. Like I said, it's a building criteria you got, divine masculine. The only person who checks out green is your divine fucking feminine. That's the only person you can really make true plans with. Nine of Pentacles, that's a great position. That's having a life and more. I told you, the average person ain't got a life, divine masculine, but you got a life and more. You in a great position to build. Like the position you in, you can either help yourself or help someone else. What you gonna choose? Moving on, because you directly come into the situation. That was just subconsciously. Like subconsciously, you know that the only person you can actually build with in a partnership, build with in a relationship, or build with on a friendship level is your divine counterpart. You're the Queen of Wands, who has the same signature as you at the end of the day. Three of Wands, that's evolution. This is you directly coming into this reading. What's the divine feminine's role? The Queen of Wands role to Three of Wands. What's Three of Wands? That's evolution. That's take you, divine masculine, from point A to point Z. What's your role, divine masculine? Two of Wands. That's just survival. Making ends meet. You know, holding shit down like balloon strings. Survival. All you gotta do is stay alive long enough to see your divine feminine's transition in your own. All you gotta do is stay alive long enough to see the influence and the true influence and true effect that your divine feminine has around with her influence on you and the people around her. To see the good and great shit that's gonna happen to your divine feminine. All you need to do is stay alive to see it. The miracles your feminine is gonna manifest. The dreams that your feminine is gonna make come true. The wishes your feminine had that's gonna get granted. You need to see these things. Like, you need to see it. You just need to stay alive long enough to see it. You know, like I say, it goes back to chess. Queen gets taken off the chess game, the game still goes on. King gets took, game over. Evolution. This is your divine feminine as well. I ain't gonna say the only way you can evolve, because that'd be bullshit. But the best way you can evolve is with your divine counterpart. Three of Wands represents the Underground Railroad to freedom land from being a slave. Three of Wands represents, like I say, the way out the fucking matrix. The only way you can get out the matrix is you gotta jack out the matrix. You jacked in, you gotta jack the fuck out to really get to the real motherfucking world. This is the way out. And how do you get your way out the matrix? You gotta follow Trinity out of it. It's a three-step process. Trinity, going back to the matrix analogies, Trinity had to get Neo's attention. When it comes to divine masculine, these motherfuckers got ADD. You understand what I'm saying? Super ADD. Attention deficit disorder for sure. Short attention span for sure. Like, it's hard keeping your masculine's attention. Beginning in the Matrix. Neo's sleep. He's got music playing in his motherfucking ears. You know? And it's like he's awoken by not even the sounds of the keystrokes of Trinity, but just the message. You know? Trinity sent a message. Hello, Neo. Wake up, Neo. Knock, knock, Neo. Follow the right rabbit. Okay? Ace of Wands, that's awareness. Like, in order to really get the masculine to evolve, he has to be aware first. You know? That's step one in the Wands process. Step two, survival. In order for you to survive anything, you need to take your awareness and do something with it. You're on an island, you starving. There's fish all in the sea. You need to learn how to fish. Why? So you can live. You know the theory of fishing, but you're going to have to try fishing out. And once you catch fish and know how to catch fish, then you'll survive. Teach a man to fish, he'll never go hungry. Evolving the whole fishing thing is teaching other people how to fish so they can feed themselves too. Being a teacher. You get awareness of something, you take your awareness and do something with it, you master that shit, and you evolve by being the master. Back to Trinity. She dropped that message for Divine, for Neo. Told him to follow the right rabbit. Then knock knock, Neo, knock knock. He sees the tattoo with the lady with the rabbit on her shit. You was aware to follow the white rabbit. You see the white rabbit, right? Alright. Take your information that the feminine gave you. She's the queen of giving out information. Leading and shit. Wands, queen of it. Boom. That, you know, Neo took the information he got and did something. Alright, fuck it. Let me go to the club with her. Obviously, I'm being led somewhere. Finally, Trinity appears. I know why you're here, Neo. I know why you can't sleep, why you stay at your motherfucking computer. Like, I know you. Well, like, that's the truth. I know you whether you know yourself. I know why you here. I know what question is thumping in your head, motherfucker, right now. What is the Matrix? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I know this because I was you at one point. That's the truth. I'm looking for the same shit you looking for. That's the truth. I just got out before you. I'm trying to get you out. You know? Think how long it took Neo to get with the fucking program. Like, you met her at the club. She told you, hey, nigga, whatever you looking for, I'm going to lead you to it. You just got to follow me. That's it. You know? Disbelief. Morpheus calls the motherfucker at work. Hey, agents on their way to get your ass. What you mean? Look up and see for yourself. This nigga's getting chased. Morpheus is telling him, hey, nigga, you need to make a move. Bust a move. You need to come over here. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, all he had to do was get across that scaffold. Because who was downstairs waiting on him? Trinity. To do what? Take his ass to the place to ascend. Then, like I say, she finally gets Neo, you know, in the car. They pull the bug out of him and shit. And he goes to meet Neo face to face. And Morpheus tells Neo, like, hey, I can't just tell you what the Matrix is. You got to be shown. You know, it's time to make a choice. You know, you're either going to evolve, come down this motherfucking rabbit hole, or you can stay where the fuck you at. What you gonna choose? You know, you took the blue pill many times. You've been taking the blue pill this whole fucking time. It's time to take the red pill. You want to know what the Matrix is, right? You. The truth is, you know you different from everybody else on this planet. You know something special about you. You know it's got to be something more to you, given your life experience, given the shit that you went through. You went through, like I said, the Lions go through fucking traumatic experiences that the average human being cannot get through, cannot survive. Feminines go through shit emotionally, mentally, that the average person cannot handle. It's the reason you divine. It's the reason you got the emotional and spiritual maturity that you do have, divine feminine. This twin flame thing is definitely going to get you ready for the world. Because the way your divine masculine treats you, divine feminine, is how the fucking world is going to treat you. That's the truth. That's facts, Jack. The way your divine masculine treats you, whether you think it's unfair, whether you think it hurts, or however you feel. Masculine's moving subconsciously through this shit, so he don't know the shit that he doing to you. But the shit that he does that you don't like is also shit that people in the world do to you that you don't like. But instead of cutting your divine masculine off from doing this petty shit, you learn from it. Alright, you know what? He don't know what he's doing. But he is teaching me a valuable lesson because, like I say, feminine, you too open when it comes to your masculine. You will put it all on the table for your masculine. Masculine smacks you and teaches you, hey, I don't give a fuck if I am your twin flame, my masculine. You don't be this open with people. You don't be this trusting with people. Because you're going to hurt yourself every time. You get hurt fucking with me. Imagine what the fuck it's going to be like with a karmic. Or a fucking stranger. Or a person who really don't fucking like you. Masculine gives you tough love, divine feminine. Because the world going to give you tough love. Masculine's not going to be there for you all the fucking time. Masculine might not even be there for you at all sometimes. But that's how people in the world are. That's how family's going to be. That's how friends are going to be. You get my drift to the feminists that I am cross-reading, cross-watching I'm talking to. Back to the masculine, though. You got to evolve, though. You got to get the fuck out this matrix before you get hurt. Because at this point, like I say, your light is on. You've been activated. All right? You ain't got too much time left to camouflage in the matrix like you've been doing, masculine. You ain't got time to be loafing around like you some regular Joe. You past the point of being regular. You past the point of being like camouflage, like you out now. Just the way the Trinity is how you're gonna be. Look at Trinity in the Matrix. From the time she jacks in the motherfucking Matrix to the time she jacks out that motherfucker, she's being chased by agents. There's no chill. She's running like a motherfucker, moving like a queen on a chessboard, all over the motherfucking place, just to get shit done in the world. Masculine, that's where you're going to be pretty soon. And you know that. That's why you've been, like I say, not stepping fully into this twin flame shit. Because, like I say, once you do, there ain't nowhere to hide. You in the light. You've been in the background this whole time. It's time to step into the light. Wrapping this up. When it comes to the feminine energy, subconsciously, we got the sauce. 6 of Cups, that's your sauce, that's your steez, that's your essence, that's what makes you you. We all saucy. And what's sauce? That's the fact. Truth. That's the truth that God loves you. God loves everybody equally. God don't love one person better than the next person. God spreads the love, nigga, evenly. Like peanut butter on motherfucking bread. That's what I'm saying? Like butter on toast. The love is all there. Good people, bad people, ugly people, evil motherfuckers, evil entities, Satan, Lucifer, the devil themselves. Satan, Lucifer, the devil are three different people from three different places with three different motherfucking agendas, and they pay to know who they are. And they ain't shit compared to you. Hey, these motherfuckers, these Trinity I just named, they have no power, authority, or dominion over you unless you give it to them. They're cockroaches on a galactic level. You're a general on a galactic level. Know your enemy? They ain't really enemies. They ain't really adversaries because they ain't really shit. Or nothing to worry about. Just had to say that. You know what I'm saying? For all you Sith dick riders out here. You know what I mean? Saucy. God love everybody, so you gotta love everybody. God fuck with everybody, so you gotta fuck with everybody. I mean, I might talk my shit to the Satanist community. I lived in Utah for a little bit. I actually had the opportunity. My supervisor was a Satanist. She was a Leo, and I ain't never got no smoke with another Leo, and it made it better for her being a Leo, because it made me more. I'm a Leo too, July Leo. She was a July Leo. Her birthday was like 2 days before mine. By her being a Leo, it helped me be more open-minded to fucking with her. When I mean like fucking with her, I mean like just talking. She was married, she got a husband and everything. The women Satanists are like daddy. They run shit. And me being the inquisitive, wisdom-seeking nigga that I am, I just had to ask, yo, never met a Satanist before. Like, you know, put me on. Like, I ain't trying to get on with you niggas. I just want information. I'm a Christian. So, you know, just put me on. How does this shit work? Y'all niggas believe in God? Like, yes. Okay, that threw me off. They got churches, bishops, preachers. They got the same shit Christians got going on. What the fuck they got going on? They had satanic after-school programs in Salt Lake City, where the fuck I was staying at. It blew my motherfucking mind. But I became open-minded to it. I don't fuck with what they do in their cause, because I know it's deeper under the ice than the surface level shit she was telling me about, but it was very intriguing. That's the type of nigga that I am. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck your religion, sexual orientation, LGBT. That don't mean shit to me. Like I said, we equal. I ain't better than you. You ain't better than me. Ain't nobody better than no fucking body. That's the sauce. Like I call it the sauce right. That's the shit. If the whole world knew this shit, it'd be a different fucking world. The whole world knew that ain't nobody better than nobody. That we all the same, but you do have to differentiate yourself from everybody else to become different. And that differentiality, you know what I mean? That little difference is the difference between you and another person. I might know more than you know, but you might have more resources than me, thus making you an asset. I might have no motherfucking resources, but I got wisdom like a motherfucker. That's what makes me an asset. We're all assets. We're all pieces to a fucking puzzle. And guess what? You don't need all the fucking pieces of the puzzle to see the big picture. Saying all that shit to say this. You do better, you fucking do better. Hey, ain't nobody better than nobody. Masculine, but you sure walk around this bitch like you got one up on people. One motherfucker you really got a one up on is your divine counterpart, but that's twin flame related. We talking about the world, right? Sauce. It's a signature. We all got something different. We all got something to bring to the table. Like, on signatures, when it comes to your divine feminine signature, you're addicted to it. Divine feminine is the sauce maker. Masculine, you the sauce taker. Divine feminine is Michael Jackson. Nigga, you Tito. She's the drug dealer. You're the fucking addict. She's the bartender. Nigga, you the bar patron. You can't have a bartender without bar patrons. You can't have drug dealers without addicts. You can't have Michael Jackson without fucking Tito, but you really can't have Tito without Mike either. You know what I'm saying? We all got a role to play. You just got to know your role, and that's the truth. Truth. When it comes to sauce, you come to your divine feminine. I told you steal her style, her steez, her essence, everything that makes your divine feminine, your divine feminine. and some take her energy. You energy fucking vampire. You take her feminine energy, you put it in a fucking jar, and you separate from your feminine. Like you come back to get the sauce when your sauce runs dry. And what I mean by your sauce running dry, there's no more inspiration. You dealing with a karmic feminine you don't even really like. And you got to go to your feminine and just steal her energy, steal her sauce, her look, her smell, her verbiage, all that shit. And then you take it and you pour it all over this karmic feminine so she can taste good. And then you got cases like myself. My divine master's a guy. I'm a guy. I'm a divine feminine. You know, it's like my old man, my pops. You know, Jedi, Padawan, dynamic, apprentice, master apprentice type situation. Me and my twin guy. So the way my masculine steals, this is me, I'm divine feminine. The way my masculine steals my sauce is, my master's 30 years my senior, right? But he steals my sauce, my signature. He'll see me wearing some shit, he'll wear it. But since he's young at heart and he's older and looks very younger, he can pull it off. And it helps. You know what I'm saying? It helps having, like I say, a son around that keeps you hip. That's what sons do for their dad. My dad. I make sure he hip. You know what I mean? He don't dress his age. He don't look his age. He don't feel his age. You know? And then when he gets around me, it's kind of like competition. So when we out in the motherfucking clubs and shit, it's, yeah, nigga, we'll see who's gonna pull a bitch first. I mean, it's cool because it keeps me on my toes. Keeps me on my toes out here, you know what I'm saying? I can't let the old man snatch one, and I can't snatch one. You know what I'm saying? But it helps. Especially when we in public and shit. Especially at like bars, clubs and shit like that. It's like, this so bad and shit. Like, damn. He look good, really good for his age, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I look good, you know what I'm saying? But, like, when they see him, it's just like, it's just a good look. Having a son this fresh, you know, this cool. And he's a cool, fresh nigga himself. We two peas in a pot. He's just the older version of me. I'm the younger version of himself. Not financially and shit, but energy-wise, we talk about sauce, right? This is the same signature. You take your sauce and you steal your divine feminine. You take divine feminine sauce and you steal it. My master steals my verbiage. He'll shit on me about talking the way I talk, but will take my shit and go talk to everybody else with it. He'll take my wisdom and use it as like communication initiations at parties and shit like that. Like, you know, because I know pretty much everything about the industry. I know everything about entertainment. You can pretty much throw a celebrity out. I can tell you everything about their ass. I can tell you everything about the world. I can tell you how this shit is ran and how this shit works, who your leads, all that shit. Like, I'm just a walkie-talkie encyclopedia over here. And my master grills me about information and takes this information to look cool with his fucking cronies. Once again, he'll see me in some shit, the way I'm dressing, like my flavor, my sauce, and he can pull it off. Like, my twin flame can wear some shit I can wear. Like, for real. Like, you know, he ain't dressing young at all. It's just, he can pull it off. Like I'm saying, it's like a cool ass dad that hangs with his son all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? My dress, my attire, he steals that. My verbiage, he steals that. Colognes, shoes. Yeah, but some nice shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, we switch and trade shoes. We got the same shoe size, so we trade shoes all the time. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's beneficial. Totally benefits him having a divine feminine male, you know, slash son that he can like evolve with. You know what I mean? It's the best situation. Like I said, your twin flame situation is tailor made for your life, your lifestyle, and the shit you want, the path you want, the direction you want, and shit. So say all this shit to say this. Masculine. Instead of stealing sauce, just marry the sauce maker. You know? Or in my case, you know, because there ain't nothing romantic or sexual going on. It's weird. Passionate, but it ain't sexual or romantic or some shit like that. But in our case, it's just him at least acknowledging the sauce. Like, nigga, don't downplay me or shit on me like I ain't the one when I'm obviously the one because I'm the one you get most of the shit from. Like, you jocking my steez, son. Like, you jocking my steez, bro. Like, nigga, that's how I dress. Boy, that's how I smell. Nigga, like, that's how I carry myself. Nigga, that's my verbiage. You just, like I say, I'm not cool enough to hang with you when you separate from me and don't want to deal with me no more because of some shit I said, but you'll go around saying the shit that I'm saying. You'll shit on one of my outfits and shit. Like, right, you wear that tight ass shit. But you'll fuck around and get the same fit and rock that bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Just start sauce stealing. Stop stealing sauce because you don't have to steal it. You don't have to separate from your divine feminine and come back just to replenish your sauce. Just tell your feminine you need sauce. Your feminine drop that shit off. The fuck? That type of shit. Cause and that's just indirectly when it comes to your divine feminine. You just like I say, the time, energy, and resources you wasting stealing sauce, you can have your own. The time you spending like running away from your feminine, you could be building with her or him. He could be she should be he, you not be rocking. But no, directly when it comes to the feminine, all your feminine gets, and this is the truth, Ruth, all you be giving your divine feminine is the king of cups. You know what I'm saying? Tough love. That's all you give your divine feminine. Tough love. But that is who you are, that is your role, and that's part of your thing with the divine feminine. Divine feminine, king of cups. It's my 1950s, 1960s dad card. Like I say, like Dan Lawyer from the Wonder Years, Jack Arnold. Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, George Jefferson, Fred Flintstone, Archie Bunker from All in the Family, Carl Winslow from Family Matters, not Danny Tanner from Full House, not Charlie Sheen from Two and a Half Men, or Charlie Sheen's brother, whoever the fuck Scully was. Not Miss Doubtfire, my nigga. It's a different energy. One thing about 1950s, 1960s, that and my twin flame was born in 1957. I was born in 87. Just throwing figures out. So he's this energy. And it's like I say, it's the energy of 1950s, 1960s dad. They ain't gonna be in their feelings and emotions when it comes to like loving you. They're gonna show you they love you through their actions and behavior. That should be enough. It's like, I don't know what the fuck you expect from me. I ain't finna be in my feelings, pouring my heart out to you. Truth, masculine, you do that anyway. You know your twin flame is somebody you can confide in and tell anything to, and they ain't gonna throw that shit back in your face. In fact, it's not even gonna change their love, admiration, and feelings that they have for you. Some shit you ain't never gonna find with no one else. You're too tough on your feminine. But you know you need to be, because like I say, the world gonna be tough for your feminine. No reason for you to let up on her. You train your feminine to keep her emotions on mute or low. You pull moves, like I say, by separating yourself, by setting boundaries that your feminine can't penetrate. But like I said, the shit because you're doing this subconsciously. You don't know you hurting your divine feminine. You don't know you disappointing your divine feminine. You don't know you wasting valuable time, energy, and resources in this whole twin flame demo. You don't even really know the plus of the twin flame demo to begin with. But you'll learn. But like I say, you tough. You tough. And it's a feminine energy. So it's like a dad with a daughter. You gotta be tough on your daughter. Because the world is, I'm telling you, gonna eat your daughter up and shit her ass out if you don't pre-grease her, prepare her for this wicked ass, crooked ass world. You gotta teach her how to fight. Because you a fighter. She's gonna need to be a fighter too. You gotta teach your daughter, feminine, divine feminine, how to survive. Because you a survivor. And she needs to survive. You wanna give in and just hold your feminine and cry with her and be there for her emotionally and mentally the way she wants you there. But like I say, it ain't gonna do her no good. She should be you know rocking. Tough love. That's what tough love is. It's like I show you I love you through my actions and behavior. 1950s, 1960s dad. I'm still married to your mom. I go to work, I come home, I break my motherfucking back for my fucking family. Like, I mean, I'm still here. We still a family. I'm paying for you motherfuckers to go to college. Like, it ain't about me. I put all my dreams and aspirations to the fucking curb. Because it ain't about me no more. It's about y'all. So, excuse me if I don't want to be all of my emotions and cry with you right now. Excuse me when I get the fuck off from work. All I want to do is fucking watch a game or at least try to get a break. Because the boss busting my motherfucking balls all motherfucking day. Like, I'm not cold-blooded. It's not like I don't care. I do, baby girl. But the thing is, are you hurt right now? No. Is this a fucking emergency? No. Everything's good? Boo Bear? Everything's good there. Okay, well, shit. Let me watch this motherfucking fight. Let me watch this motherfucking game. Let me chill with my motherfucking homies. Alright? I will get at you when I got time to get on that. Right now, I ain't on that. You know, you gonna have me crying. I ain't even wanna watch the game. You all emotionally fucked up right now. I'm not finna get all emotionally fucked up with you. Somebody has to keep their head on the swivel here. That's always gonna be that. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Your daughter falls. You ain't rushing to pick her ass up like mommy is. You just watching her. She gotta get up and dust herself the fuck off. Like, I wanna console her right now, but I'm not. Cause she ain't gonna learn. How else she gonna learn from it? I told you, the shit your dad's gonna do to you is the shit the world's gonna do to you. The only difference between the world and your masculine doing it, you can forgive your masculine from doing it and learn from it. But the people who do this shit to you in the world, you treat their ass applicably. You say the wrong shit to your blind master, and what happens? He cuts you off. Motherfucker say the wrong shit to you. You need to cut their ass the fuck off. Random motherfucker say the wrong shit. Cut them off. Too much in your feelings. You too clingy. Your emotions are starting to pour on the blind master. What do? He take a step back. Hey, get your shit together. You know, you ain't finna fuck my flow up. You ain't finna, hell no. No, you ain't gonna have me worrying about you right now. I'm gonna just completely let you handle your shit, and I'll come back later when you fix yourself, when you got your shit together. You know what I'm saying? That's what the blind master is doing, subconsciously too. You don't even know he's doing this. But that's the shit you need to do to the world. All lessons. Masculine, you as far as yourself, the shit you ain't seeing is the focus factor you need to have right now. This is focus. This is your subconscious. It's something you need to focus on. It's like you can't focus. And what do you need to focus on the most? This is you directly. The Ten of Pentacles. What's the Ten of Pentacles? That's two people coming together like butt cheeks. Two people, Four of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Build a life together. I just told you, you came into the situation subconsciously with the Nine of Pentacles. You took your life. You was in a position to take your life and line it up to what? Add more shit in your life. Here go two more Pentacles. See, this is you lining your life up to build with another person. This is that other person. Who is that other person? That is your divine counterpart. I'm not speaking to all twins, just the ones I'm talking to. As far as yourself, masculine, you need to focus on how you're going to manifest, because that's all Ten of Pentacles is manifestation. What you're going to manifest with your divine counterpart. This is only for the twins that I'm talking to. So, you know, God has brought you to your divine feminine's doorstep. You know, divine feminine has somehow ended up not only being in your life, but a part of your life. This could be legal shit, you know. Like, I just became my divine masculine for fiduciary. You know, like I said, he's 30 years my senior. I'm getting older. He's getting older. Like I said, it's that time. Sucks for him, cause you know I'm in charge of the shit now. You know what I'm saying? A position I would never ever think I would be here with the guy. But like I said, when I first met my divine masculine, I knew I'm a psychic. I knew future tense, future wise, I'm gonna be the guy that's gonna take care of him. You know, I'm his son. I never had a father. He never had any children. I became his son. He became my father. That's just who I became. So I funny I'm in current position I'm with him because this is what the fuck I was going to do with him. I'm fucking my divine masculine until he doesn't even remember me anymore. Tell him that shit all the time. He gets mad when I say that shit. I'm like, motherfucker, I would love you until you don't even know who the fuck I am. You can be somewhere and I wouldn't have you in the hospital. You'll be staying with me. I would never, like I said, I'm going to take care of my old man. That's my old man. Take care of him just like I take care of my mom. I knew that 14 years, 15 years ago when I first met the motherfucker. I ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. As long as I'm around, he good. And vice versa. You know? Like, this, me and my masculine literally coming together like butt cheeks in this motherfucker. Like, I was always cemented in his life, but it's like, it's official tissue now. Like, real shit. And I said, with the last reading that I did before this one, I said, by the time I do another reading, I said I was going to do Twin Flames and Union. I'm going to get to that in a second. That'd be tomorrow. I said, by the time I get to the next reading, my Twins are going to be in Union. I wasn't bullshit. And I'm very accurate. So, like I said, a lot, like, I got the keys to my divine masculine career. Whip, storage unit. Due to current situation that we got right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, that's funny. I took a good laugh at that the other day, you know. But when my master first met me, he gave me his phone number, pager number. What the fuck's that? A pager number. He gave me his phone number, pager number, and his email. Like, I thought that was kind of strange. Like, usually you just give a motherfucker, hey, it's my number, man, hit me up. This motherfucker made sure I had his contacts to get in touch with his ass. You know what I'm saying? And even the first conversation was crazy. Wow, that was a long time ago. I've been in this shit for a minute. Anywho, a lot of divine masculines and divine feminines are gonna fit as one. A lot of these plans the divine masculine has, he has plans for you. Like, you're his bottom line. It's just how it's supposed to be. And this is a rough time for my masculine. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, this is, when it comes to truth, things being all out in the open, they finally are now. Like, I know who my masculine is inside and out, but I don't really know his physical pinnacle situation, and I'm getting a glimpse of all that. It's hell for him because this last shit he didn't want me to know, I have to know now. And it's like, now everything's out in the open. It should have took this current situation we in for us to solidify, but we solidified as a motherfucker. And a lot of you other twins are gonna have the same situation, especially with the age gap twins, especially with the older twins. You know, future final role, wrapping this up, going to the future. Masculine subconsciously going to the future. You got Enterprise, Eight of Cups. It's my pay the bill card, but we're wrapping this up. So this is Enterprise. You need the Enterprise, and here's a formula for your Enterprise, or the formula for the Enterprise card. As long as you keep your divinity up at all times, you a divine masculine, right? Divine masculine, DM. Stay divine at all times. Keep your integrity up at all times. Be trustworthy. Be a person can trust. Do business the right way. Take care of the people that take care of you. As long as you're doing that, if you choose the fucking Enterprise, you're going to succeed every fucking time. You do have a divine feminine, right? She comes in handy when it comes to the whole staying divine at all times part. The feminine can represent divinity if you ain't confident in doing it. When you and your divine feminine together, you two are a two-headed dragon. It's like double dragon when the motherfuckers put their medallions together. It's like the fucking Power Rangers when they morph into the Power Rangers. You're just a teenager that can kick some ass. Your divine feminine is like the morpher. At least with the morpher, you can change it to a whole motherfucking Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, and you can leap tall and do all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Last card in this message is the Ace of Cups. This is you directly going to the future. Self-love, self-care, self-respect, self-admiration, self-identification. Self-love. You can't love another person until you love yourself first. Feminine been giving you unconditional love this whole fucking time. You're just now starting to see it. And that comes from not understanding what true love really is. What unconditional love is. You get a lot of fake love. You settle with getting fake love. You think all the love you get is fake. until you got some real love from your divine feminine. Now you see what real love really is, but you really couldn't identify it at the time and wasn't be able to reciprocate that shit. But now you can. Respect. Feminine been respecting you, admiring you the day she met, and the day she met you. How your divine feminine felt from day one, your divine feminine feels to this current present day. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing's gonna ever change that shit. That's the high amount of respect and admiration your divine feminine does have for you. And you've been getting that this whole fucking time. But now, late in the game, you're starting to realize exactly what admiration really is. And now you can reciprocate, give that shit right back. That appreciation, that admiration right back to the divine feminine. Self-identification. You need to know who the fuck you are. Why? So you ain't sending out mixed signals or confusing people like your divine counterpart. But here's the truth, Ruth. You can't pull one over on your divine feminine. She knows exactly who you are. She knows your true self. And your true self doesn't come out that much. The only person who really knows who you truly are is your divine counterpart. But your divine feminine knows who she is. 10 toes down on that. Even her being herself tends to ruffle your feathers a little bit, tends to put your panties in the bunch a little bit. Tends to cause you to separate and remove or create boundaries against yourself to keep your feminine kind of away from your ass. Because she stands out like a green hat with an orange bill. You want to stay camouflaged. Divine feminine knows exactly who she is. She knows who you are too. And you know that she know who the fuck you really are. So why are you still hiding who you really are in front of the person who really knows who you are? That's just some answers you're going to have to answer your damn self. And like I said, self-identification. You need to know what your role is, what your power is. How do you find all this? Go to your divine feminine. She knows exactly where it's at. That's the message that I got. I hope I could be of good use. It's your boy D-Boom. I got specials coming. Just stay in tune for them. Let's see what the feminine got in her energies real quick. 1.